Sources of energy. Geothermal energy. The deeper regions of Earth's crust are very hot. This heat melts the rocks. Due to geological changes in certain regions, the molten rocks or magma is pushed upwards. Magma gets collected at some depth below the surface of Earth. These places are called hotspots. The underground water in contact with them turns into steam. This steam gets trapped between the rocks, therefore compressed to high pressure. This steam can be extracted by pipes and then it can be utilized to turn turbines of the generator. Nuclear reaction. In nuclear reactions, the nucleus of an atom undergoes a change, forming new atoms and releasing a tremendous amount of energy. Thus, a nuclear reaction can convert one element into another element. The first ever nuclear reaction in which one element was changed into another element was carried out by Rutherford in 1919. Rutherford found that when a beam of alpha particles was put in a container of nitrogen gas, the nitrogen was converted into oxygen and protons were given out. In a nuclear reaction, the atomic number and the mass number of the reactants and products remain conserved. The nuclear reaction. In nuclear reactions, the nucleus of an atom undergoes a change, forming new atoms and releasing a tremendous amount of energy. Thus, a nuclear reaction can convert one element into another element. The first ever nuclear reaction in which one element was changed into another element was carried out by Rutherford in 1919. Rutherford found that when a beam of alpha particles was put in a container of nitrogen gas, the nitrogen was converted into oxygen and protons were given out. In a nuclear reaction, the atomic number and the mass number of the reactants and products remain conserved. The atomic numbers represent the change and mass numbers are equivalents of energy. So in general we can say that in a nuclear reaction there is conversion of charge and energy.
Nuclear fission, a process in which an unstable nucleus of a heavy atom like uranium-225 splits up into two medium-weight nucleus with the liberation of an enormous amount of energy, is called nuclear fission. Elements that occur in nature are quite stable and the probability of their nuclei splitting on their own is very low, so that nuclear fission is carried out by bombarding the heavy nuclei with a slow-moving neutron. When a U-235 nucleus absorbs a slow-moving neutron, it converts to a nucleus of U-236 which is highly unstable. As soon as it forms, it splits into two parts. Theory of nuclear fission. The process of nuclear fission is explained by liquid drop method of the nucleus. In just the same way that a drop of water might become unstable if another small drop hits it, the uranium nucleus becomes unstable when hit by a neutron. In this theory, a heavy nucleus is assumed to behave like a charged liquid drop. Thus, U-235 nucleus in the stable state is like a charged spherical drop of liquid whose surface is nearly stationary. When a neutron enters in a U-235 nucleus, the resulting U-236 becomes unstable and it starts oscillating. From a spherical shape, it stretches in one direction and then gets back to the spherical shape and then stretches in a perpendicular direction and so on. In this process, at some point, it stretches so much that a neck is formed and the nucleus breaks into two parts. Coulomb repulsion helps in breaking it.
Chain reaction. The reaction in which the particle which initiates the reaction is also produced during the reaction to carry on the reaction further and further is called a chain reaction. The fission of U-235 by means of slow-moving neutron in a chain reaction, because this reaction is started by a neutron and neutrons are also produced during this reaction. The neutron produced during the fission of the uranium atom initiate the fission of more uranium atoms, and this process goes on like an unending chain with liberation of a large amount of energy. The fusion process is a way reverse of fission. The process in which two nuclei of the light atoms combine to form a heavy, more stable nucleus with liberation of the large amount of energy is called a nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion is carried out either by accelerating the light atoms to extremely high energy by using particle accelerator or by heating the light atoms to an extremely high temperature. There is some loss of mass during the fusion process, which produces a tremendous amount of energy. Nuclear fusion in the stars. The Sun is a star which contains mostly hydrogen. The temperature in the core of the Sun is almost about 1.5 into 10 power 7 kelvins, which is sufficient for the sustaining nuclear fission. Hydrogen nuclei in the core move at very high speeds. These protons fuse to form a helium nuclei. In this process, a lot of energy is generated, which the sun radiates in the form of infrared, visible, and ultraviolet radiations. There are stars whose core have much higher temperatures than the core of a sun. If the temperature is about 10 power 8 kelvins, helium nuclei can fuse to form carbon. When carbon is present in the core of a star, formation of helium from hydrogen can also produce by different route.